Hello viewers and welcome to whatever I end up calling this. You clicked on the title, right? It's sort of a map making video, I suppose. I've been working on some stuff. I'm really excited about 1.9. I'm really excited about all the new command blocks, and I'm trying to come up with some things that I think would be interesting to have in a map before I actually make a map. And I'm going to completely need to get myself used to 1.9, the mechanics and everything. But in the meantime, I'm just toying with the idea. I'm messing around with a class-based system, and I'm toying with the idea of switching classes based on items. And specifically, if it says class 1 on the lore text, or if it says class 2, class 3, whatever. And I currently only have a couple abilities worked out, but I'd like to show you what I'm doing so far. I have the stat on the side crouch, which is actually stat.sneaktime. This is a new one for 1.9, and so if I hold it down, it counts up, and if I let go, it counts down. Now that's not a normal behavior. Basically, normal behavior would be if you were holding down crouch, this would just climb and climb and climb. But I have, for all the stats, a command block to reset negative scores to 0, which is not necessary for this one, so there's nothing there. A method to tick this down to 0, and there's actually 2 command blocks here. This is using a slowed down, I don't know what we'd call it, but it was by Dragnos, one of his videos. And then set the max possible score, so it just doesn't climb up and climb up and climb up. Basically, I'm controlling the stats. Another way to think of it is I'm making player inputs. The other thing I'm currently tracking is the run jump. It's actually the fly stat, but I noticed it climbs when you jump, but only when you're sprinting. There is also another stat for sprinting that I'll add on here, and another stat for when you're actually moving while you're crouched. And so far I only have one thing set up for each of those, and that is a higher jump if you crouch, and that is some extra attack if you sprint jump. But they're not active unless you're wearing, and it doesn't matter what type of boots, as long as it says class 1. We're going to right-click and equip this. This is a system I devised that I don't think currently there is one, and these comparators are only there for feedback from me, that detects when you don't have anything on in your armor slot. And currently, I don't think there's a method to do that other than using actual redstone. The problem with redstone is that causes block updates, and I want this to have no block updates because block updates equals lag. So now what can I do? Okay, this is class 1, currently unnamed, and this is by crouching. I have jump applied, and I think it's what is it? Jump boost. It doesn't say a number because it's so high. And so I think this could be interesting. This is also, if you hold down crouch, at first I was thinking you'd hold down crouch and then you'd jump and then you'd let go. But actually, if you hold down crouch the whole time, you keep the jump boost ability, which is kind of cool because that means if you're falling, you can crouch and get the jump boost effect, and that way your fall damage is either negated or reduced, depending on how far you fall. This is a high level of jump boost, so it will protect you for pretty high up. But if I were to jump on this very highest block and hold down, shift the whole time, I still get a little bit of damage, but it's definitely reduced. I'm thinking this kind of ability would go best with somebody that's favoring the bow, and I could imagine this being an easy way to get up and out of the way, and also an easy way to kind of climb some stuff. I wanted originally to have a Dragoon type class. I was going to use the falling stat so that as you were falling, as the falling number counted up to a certain degree, you'd get a strength bonus. So basically, you would hold down shift to power it up, and then you'd let go. You'd be able to jump really high, come down, and then whack them with the sword. That's not going to be the case because the fall stat only actually applies when you hit the ground and if you take damage. Then it applies. So I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but could be something interesting. All right, let's take these off, and you'll notice as soon as I take them off, I no longer have a crouch ability. And then let's put on the class 2. Okay, now I don't have a crouch ability because the crouch ability is only applied for class 1. But what I do have, you'll notice in the upper right corner, is that little strength icon. And that's strength 3. And it disappears very shortly after I stop moving. If I keep jumping, then that's going to stick around. The major downside with this is it's going to tear through your hunger. And I think that's going to lead to some interesting gameplay because you're going to be controlling your character in ways that you maybe never would. So that's cool. Also, a little bonus that I discovered. When you spawn in creatures with no AI, they don't do nothing. Right? They just sit there. I could hit him a few more times and kill him. He's not going to explode. He just floats. They don't even realize that gravity isn't a thing. But knowing that, I was thinking, what if, when I got in proximity with them, it turned their no AI on? Basically making them come alive. Yay! Now strength 3 might be too strong, and jump boost 4 or 5 or whatever I'm using might be too strong, but it's just something I'm playing with. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your ideas. What do you think would make a good ability in Minecraft? What do you think would enhance the gameplay? Sure, you want somebody that runs faster and somebody that's stronger and somebody that's this and somebody, the basic stuff. But if that's all we did, based on some feedback I've already received, that'd be kind of boring. So we want to do something interesting, something different. Maybe crouching increases your defense if you're the brute class. Maybe you're completely immune from all potion effects, including good ones. Maybe you have a stealth mode. The possibilities are endless, and I feel like with a lot of the newer features, a lot of the roadblocks that I hit before in the past are going to be gone. So I'm excited. I hope to continue to work on this stuff as I get time. I hope to continue to post little updates. Please let me know what you think of this type of video. This is kind of how I started out, honestly, all mapping videos. So maybe some of you have been around from the start. Maybe. And you're like, finally. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Please give me feedback, especially on this video series, in the comment section below. But until next time, this has been bRanN. I will see you next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.